Hey everyone, I have some tea today, and I wish that it was a little bit more piping hot, I have to be honest with you. It's not actually that piping hot anymore because it's about 3 weeks old now and I completely missed it, but I'm guessing if I do this for a living and I completely missed it, there's a good chance that you probably did too, so maybe no big deal. But thanks to the efforts of one of our own, fan of the channel, Dawn, thank you Dawn, I was made aware of a very juicy update to one of our previous stories. Some of you may remember the dramatic roller skating service dog Karen saga, where a woman and her husband, who were both owners of the USA Skate Center in Springfield, Ohio, roller skating rink, were captured on video being absolutely dreadful to this little kid who had a service dog for his type 1 diabetes and just wanted to skate for his birthday. This was supposed to be a wonderful experience for him. A quick refresher on how it went instead.
Yes, you can. So it will go all over internet that the skating rink will not let my 6-year-old son skate. Yeah. I can sit there in the corner, like I can be completely by myself. No.
Federal law. It's not like...
It is. Yeah. It's a law.
It's the same as denying someone from coming in with a insulin.
It is completely the law. It just looks bad for your business. I mean, I have a 6-year-old kid that was coming here to skate, and you literally, I will sit there right there in the corner. By law, you can't deny me to enter. You can't. By law.
Well, if there's a police officer telling me that I have to do that, then...
Okay, will you call the police officer, please?
It doesn't matter. If I'm allergic to dog, I shouldn't have to have it around me.
Don't touch my phone.
I'm allowed to touch your phone.
You are not allowed to touch my phone. You're not allowed to touch none of my property.
Keep your hands off.
Can you?
Hi,
can
honey.
you?
I'm so sorry that your parents are doing this.
I know. You call the police. They'll explain with the American
We will, because this is really irritating.
Yes, I bet.
And this, I promise, this will go viral.
American Disabilities Act is the same as communication in a wheelchair.
He is a medical alert service dog.
This is American, actually.
Where do you want me to take Kinsley?
Okay.
There's a police officer in here, actually, and she is telling us that it's a private facility and we don't have to...
It's not a private
It's not a
facility.
private
It's a public.
We allow public people to come in here. It's a privately owned facility.
There's no place.
Put them on. They're still at home.
Let's see it. I want to see it.
That has nothing to do with it, honey.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. He's allergic to dogs. It's a health issue for us.
But that's the thing. Unfortunately,
Just like
I can...
it's for you.
That's not an excuse because you're allergic to a dog. It's the same thing if you're scared of a dog. It does not give me an option to, by law. Can you pull the law up again to show her?
This is a disability. He don't have a disability. That's the truth.
Because if you were deathly allergic to dogs, we would have to be calling the hospital right now. There's no reason I can't go sit there in the corner completely away from all you guys. There's no reason at all.
I've never seen somebody fight so hard to want to be in our facility.
Because my 6-year-old wants to come skate. If you was deathly allergic, you wouldn't.
Talking to? Huh?
Excuse me, honey.
This is so inappropriate, guys. You're denying a kid coming in because you guys are afraid of a dog.
Thanks for coming, honey.
No, don't put your hands on me again.
Please exit the facility. Thank you.
Do not put your hands on me, or I'm calling. Now I'm calling the police. Now I'm for sure. I will file something since you just put your hands
The
on me.
police are going to meet you outside. Thank you for coming.
If you'll recall, back in early March when this all went down, things did not go well for Tara and Robert Patterson, the owners of this business. After the video went viral and got millions of views, they ended up on the local news for really all of the wrong reasons. Their business pages got bombed by outraged netizens. Their joint Facebook account that they, of course, had, Rob Tara Patterson, is gone. Their Facebook account for the skating rink business, gone. And they issued a very, very bad statement that they immediately retracted and replaced with a slightly less bad, but still pretty bad statement that no one really believed did a good or even decent job of taking accountability. And I even found an influencer on TikTok that they had shamelessly hired to say nice things about the business after this happened. And that's no shade to the influencer, get your bread, man. But for them, it was a weird thing to do in the aftermath of all this, just with the way that they acted around everything. It was super weird. But since they owned the roller skating rink themselves, short of a lawsuit, they were really sort of impervious to being like messed with too hard here as far as the success or failure of their business. As long as people kept showing up, it would stay fine. They would stay fine. And we left it there about 3 months ago. They'd been named and shamed, review bombed, all that good stuff, but we still didn't know what the results ultimately of that pressure campaign would really be. This never really was about the service dog compliance and their ignorance of it, which was a problem, but it wasn't about that so much as it was about the really dreadful personalities of these two and the way that they approached this whole thing. They came off really bad in the video and then somehow, arguably even worse, in the statement that they released afterward. Luckily for us, on May 30th, the local paper, the Springfield News-Sun, published an article that finally reveals the ultimate fate of our roller skating rink Karen's business venture. The Pattersons shared a big announcement with the community on May 30th. Apparently, following the massive public backlash they got over their treatment of the little boy with diabetes and his adorable service dog, and the huge blow to their business and reputation that resulted, the Pattersons have been forced to sell the USA Skate Center on Valley Loop Road. A final post on Facebook said, "This weekend marks our final weekend working at the rink after 21 years. With this being our last couple skate sessions, we have decided to make this last weekend a families-only weekend." And then they go through the whole deal, I guess, that they're running to send it off. And then they say, "We will also be hosting a meet and greet with the new family who will be taking over the rink next season. They plan to reopen in August after the summer break. We will miss all of the families and friends we have met serving this community." But in the process of making this video, I also couldn't help myself and stumbled down the Facebook rabbit hole to figure out what's really going on behind the scenes here. There is actually so much wild shit in the comments here. Like this lady who says, "All I know, the place was a place I have fun, and it was great memories. The owner actually took up for me and was kind. Sorry if others had bad experience. If there was any discrimination, I could not tell, me being a black female." Which, okay, fine. But then she says, "It better remain a skating rink. Our kid's life depends on it." Ma'am, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Your child might be a little crestfallen, but I think he's going to be fine. So these two may own the business that is the USA Skate Center, but they don't actually own the building that the business uses to operate in. They're just renting that part from a guy named Andre, who apparently also owned this business and at one point, and then sold it to them. So really nothing except for the name and the brand of the business, and maybe the equipment was actually Tara and Robert's. And honestly, this being a specifically roller skating rink outfitted building, it's possible that even the equipment belongs to the owner of the building, Andre. Point being, there was realistically not much to actually sell here, even just some IP, maybe some equipment. I found 3 comments from people who claim to have worked at this roller skating rink for either Andre's tenure, Rob's tenure, or both. And the conclusion seems to be that while Andre was a pretty decent owner, Rob and Tara have been an absolute disaster from day one. After one user commented that Rob ran a tight ship, a woman named Rhonda responded, "He runs a tight ship? That's so funny, all caps, bless your heart. You have no idea what you're talking about. He let kids on the skate floor with drinks and food. He let them chew gum and eat candy on the skate floor. Obviously, you never skated there when Andre owned it. Rob never had a floor guard. The music they played was not played by a DJ. He had no control over that place. He let the kids run it into the ground and run all over him and his rat-faced wife. And I don't have to imagine it, I was assistant manager there when Andre ran it. So that's a pretty good source, I would say. The former assistant manager who then had to watch this guy, Rob, and his wife, Tara, who she describes as rat-faced, that's kind of funny, I laughed, ran it into the ground. And while Tara and Rob insist that this sale has nothing to do with the incident, Rhonda contends that this is highly unlikely in another comment, saying they just finished up a $100,000 remodel job on the inside of this business. That is a very significant amount of time and money and effort to sink into a business that you are about to sell. Especially if you don't own the building, the actual skating rink real estate itself. Did you spend $100,000 to outfit and modernize Andre's building? That would be a very silly decision, especially for two business owners that were right about to retire. So in all likelihood, they were forced to sell because of this whole incident. And by the way, this blew up again in early mid-May. So this went viral all over again and invited an entire new string of harassment to these people. And then only a couple weeks later, they announced that they're selling. So that just seems an incredible coincidence. So they don't own the building, and actually they were just renting it from a well-known businessman in town, this Andre character who apparently owned and operated the rink before they did. It's probably way more likely that he told them that, look, you guys are hurting my reputation, it's time to find new owners. So I think that's what happened there. As for Keaton's mom and their adorable service dog, they've been pretty busy too. While they're still apparently pursuing an investigation and lawsuit over this, remember it got put on hold because Keaton got hurt, Keaton's mom actually took the sudden fame and reach on social media to start a fundraiser to get a service dog for a 3-year-old girl named Harper. Harper has been suffering from sudden epileptic seizures since she was only 1 and needs a service dog to alert her and her family, her parents, to an imminent epileptic episode and help them prepare accordingly. So she's really done the best possible thing you can do with this sudden internet fame and leveraged it not to sell products or gain personal influence, but to help another little kid in her community get the help she needs. Pretty chill, very heartwarming end to a story that started out very yucky. Okay, just wanted to give you an update on that. Looks like things turned out great and all is right with the world on this one. Our next episode tomorrow will cover the absolute lunatic that was dragged off of a Southwest flight recently. Turns out she was relatively famous. Crazy story there, so stay tuned for that. All right, I am Audi R8. See you guys later.